Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, I wanted to actually have a little conversation and kind of just spitball and kind of just throw some stuff out there about what it's like to actually reach a goal. Because I listen to a lot of stuff and a lot of language that's being kind of thrown around, about the whole like entrepreneurial spirit and all this like hustler mentality and this mindset and everything. And I think it's on its face, I think there's a lot of quality in what they're saying, and obviously anybody out there that kind of like sells an online course or some kind of like motivational sessions or consulting or something like that, there's going to be a secondary motive and motivation there to kind of leave some parts of it intentionally vague and kind of like grab you into that whole like tribes thing because they obviously like that's their business. And I've kind of had an epiphany with this a little bit, and I actually kind of like the idea that why not just share the information for free? Like there's like we literally live in a digital age where like so much knowledge and everything is so freely available, and obviously there's going to be a need and a market to monetize it because information, especially information that's valuable, can have a dollar amount put on it because if something is that valuable, you're going to want to spend the money on it. And if you can entice it and market it and package it in this right way and make it look appealing from any point of view, somebody's going to want to put some dollars into it. But you know what? I just decided I kind of don't care, and I'm just gonna, the things that I come across, I'm just gonna spit it out because either people are gonna want to learn, and not everybody has all this money to kind of grab some hard focus points when it comes to mindset and the way to do your thing. And sometimes it's good just to have somebody that's kind of there to just give you like that little boost and just be like, bro or girl or whoever, like it's time to get your shit together because everybody needs at some point that reminder or that push to get their fucking shit together because life is hard, and especially when you want to undertake something new and you want to try something out or you want to explore a whole new possibility or you want to change your career. Like I swear to God, I know at least three people that this week have just gotten so sick, of the minutia and all the bullshit that's associated with just like this corporate living. And not everybody has the greatest of jobs. Not everybody makes 100, 200, 300 grand a year. A lot of people do like that. That's where this whole perspective and imagery kind of comes to pass, that it's crap because not everybody's making that kind of money. And a lot of people are able to put themselves out on like social and portray that this is their lifestyle when a lot of people are full of it. Like a lot of people just kind of smile for Instagram. Like there are literally songs that say "Do it for the gram," because it's a picture. It's a moment in time that you can create this perception of perfection, and it's bullshit. Like you can't really see what the rest of the life is behind the camera, like outside of the single moment in time that this picture was captured, because the person taking the picture, like being in the picture, could be broken in pieces. But they have to keep up this thing. And Gary Vee actually has a really good way of putting it. He was like, people turn their Instagrams into fucking museums. Like they're so specific about what they put on their page because their page has to have a certain appeal. And all these books and all this, these online courses that you can read on Instagram, they're all really talking about your Instagram has to have a theme, and you have to go out there and clone and check other people out in your niche and see what they're posting and see how many likes those pictures are getting and which ones are getting the most, and make sure you do some kind of reverse engineering. Like all that stuff is just being fucking thrown out there. When in reality, people are normal. Like people are fucking normal. Like sometimes you just want to get your shit together and put yourself in a direction that actually can lead to a success. Like you're not hunting down this $1 million challenge where I'm trying to like, oh, this year in like the last 6 months I've earned $57,546.27 by doing 136 hours of this. Like, no. In the end, you need to find out what you're good at. Like, am I good at this? This is what I want to do. Like, like when I started this podcast, I really wanted it to kind of like market it out to like other people that write, because I love writing. Like I do it all the time. Like this is my passion. Like this is something that I want to do. And if I could turn this like side hustle into something bigger, I'm all for it. But I realized that not everybody wants to be a writer. And I think it's more important to kind of spread this philosophy of mindset than to have it so fucking narrowed down that only people that like to write can listen to this. Because, I've kind of like built my social around like marketing books and everything, and having other people in the fray. And I follow other people that write books, and like this whole community of things is happening. But I come to realize, like, and this might be stupid, and I might be looking back at this in like 3 years and saying that this is one of the biggest mistakes I've made. But in reality, if I'm in a room and I'm one person and there's 1,000 other people in the room, all 1,000 of them write, I'm a writer. Every one of them's trying to fucking sell their book. Why the hell would they buy mine? Like, they might buy it in support, but humanity is humanity, and people might be genuinely good, and they might be willing to help and kind of lend an ear or lend a tip or whatever it is. But the fact of the matter is, they want their own shit to sell, and they want it to outsell what I'm selling, and that's just kind of the way it is. But the whole point of this is that you need to find your passion, and you need to understand what your passion is and how to go about doing that, and that's going to encompass getting off your ass and figuring out what that is, and use this like wealth of knowledge that's out there to learn every single thing that you can about what you want to do. Because in the end, once you have this fucking brainstorm of shit that you just threw out there, and I have every 8,000 ideas that all have to do with writing, then you can start to refine. Then you can start to strategize. But you need the brainstorm. Like, you need to have all the information to be able to figure out how to refine it down, how to cut the fat, how to trim the crap. Like, just to get it to the point where it's a packaged thing. Like, this can work. Like, again, I don't want this to be for writers, but I can use a writing analogy in this, in that when it's first draft time, everything hits the page. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what it sounds like. Every single thought that's in my head needs to come out on this page. It could literally be 750 pages by the time it's done. Again, it's a first draft. It's time to trim all the stuff that can come out, all the excess fat, all the bloating of words, all the pages that don't matter, all the drivel, all the crap, all the bullshit, and it's going to come down, and it might wind itself down. I mean, 750 pages, I wouldn't want to think that I actually wrote 400 pages of shit, but it's possible. But in the end, I'm going to cut out what doesn't make sense. I'm going to leave what does make sense, and I'm going to refine that looks good and make it look great. And then that's the mentality that you need to apply to whatever you're trying to do, because you are an expert in something. There is something that you like to do. And yeah, there might be ways to monetize it. There might not be ways to monetize it. But without giving yourself all the information to make an educated decision as an adult, teen, whatever you are, whatever you want to be, whatever you think is the right idea for you, give yourself all the information you need. It's out there. I promise you, it's out there. Go online, do some Google searches, plug into some communities. You will find the information you need in order to make the best and most educated decision on which direction you want your life to go. And once you have those clouds of data just floating around somewhere in your head from all this brainstorming that you're doing, then you can start to filter. Then you can start to refine. But you got to put yourself in a position where you understand what the deal is, what the hell is going on, so you can make the best and most informed decision and really give yourself the best possibility and chance for success. Because in the end, there's a lot of people out there that are trying to run the same mile you are. And just like handwriting, we're all a little different, but you have to make sure that you are better prepared, because when you're in that room of 1,000 authors, you have to be able to bring something different, because 999 other people are trying to sell their own game to the same people you are, because you do belong to this culture. So make sure that you are as prepared as you can be. Make sure that you bring everything that you can bring, and make sure that all that knowledge is packed tight in your head, because there's nothing that leads to more exuding of confidence than to know your subject matter better than anybody. They call it mastery for a reason. All right. I hope that helps. I hope it puts you in the right direction. I hope it puts you on the right path. I hope it gives you drive. Mindset is everything. Mindset is key. Mindset is going to control what happens next. So make sure it's well prepared, and make sure it's well executed. I'll catch you guys later.